Good morning, church. The title of this devotional is called Sickening. I have talked on this topic before, but I'm going to talk on it again because it seems to be getting worse and worse. And that is the things we find going on around us in the world. It's relentless. It seems to be unstoppable, and it's ever present. It's affecting our very safety sometimes. And how are we as Christians supposed to respond to this? Now, because this is a Christian devotional, I'm going to refrain from talking about politics, which is probably one of the worst areas that we're dealing with today. But I'm going to let that go. So I'm just going to give some examples, okay? The Blindside movie, the football player that was helped by the Tuohy's family has come out and cast a negative appearance on them, and they've been estranged for the last 10 years. Now, they gave him opportunities, they gave him resources, they gave him money, they helped him. The author of the book on which the movie was based explained that any monies made from the movie was split between the three of them. Actually, the author and the Tuohys split the money 50-50, and the Tuohys split the money with the footballer 50-50. And they only tried to do good, and this is a case of no good deed goes unpunished. And it's just sad that instead of recognizing how this family has helped him, he's trying to trash them in the news. There's lots of complaints today about music stars and celebrities, and the fact that they are starting to charge ridiculous amounts of money to go to their concert. And all their loyal fans, they don't seem to matter. All they want to do is make money. We got a teenager, I'm looking at her picture, she's just completely distraught, and she intentionally crashed her car into a brick wall at 100 miles an hour to kill her and her, to kill her boyfriend and his friend. Because she was mad at him. She's gone to prison for life. Her life is completely wrecked. The families of those two boys are wrecked. I'm not saying that they did or did not do anything wrong, but I don't think that was the best solution. Police departments are leaving in droves, and some of them to the point where they no longer can sustain a police department because the police are so disparaged today and unappreciated today. They just don't want any part of it. Bear with me. Americans are fleeing cities from inflation and rising costs, utility costs, taxes. Homeless people overwhelming the cities. And we've got men competing and trouncing, and in many cases hurting women because they decide that they're women today. And instead of recognizing their mental illness, we pass laws to legalize it. So this sickens me, and it reaches international proportions when we include China and Russia, Taiwan, Korea. There's just no end to it. So, in a devotional Jeff did yesterday at the church during our Bible study, he did point out that when we give something to God, this is my problem right here. And when I pray to God, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast this prayer to God. It's His now, okay? Uh, it's in His hands. He's going to take care of it in His time. It may not be in my time. It may not be in a short period of time. But the point is, if I cast it away, if I cast my problem to God away, it is no longer in my hands. And I thought that was just a beautiful thought. And I wanted to pass that on to you because it helped me greatly, to realize that what am I in control of? What are you in control of? When you get down to bare bone essentials, all I control is myself. And sometimes I can't even do that. We have uh, such poor willpower with things. We're in a fallen world, and as hard as we try, even Christians who want to please the Lord so much, we fail. And I come apologizing to the Lord on my knees every night when I go to bed about the things I've screwed up, the things I've done wrong, and I could have done better. So, first I want to thank Jeff for his wisdom and his words, and it's a beautiful way to look at what's going on today, and I will forever think of that from now on. So my prayers, I'm going to be casting my prayers to the Lord, and when I do that, they're out of my hands and they're in His hands, and I know that God has a plan and God is perfect and righteous in everything that He does. So I'm not saying I'm okay with what's going on at the headlights, but I am saying that when I do lift up our world to the Lord and ask Him for justice and righteousness and sometimes intervention to change people's hearts, to bring people to Him, this is now in His hands, not mine. I did my job. And thank you for this time. I love you, church. Bye.